Greetings, brothers and sisters of eternity. Today I want to talk a little bit more about that Bruce Lipton. And today I want to do a little overview of his documentary, The Biology of Belief. And basically, in it, he goes over the structure of the proteins and amino acids and chains, and discusses how the sequence and organization of a few basic proteins will, and the length, and arrangement of them determines the function, of each protein. And he basically comes to the conclusion that, proteins are just like little gears. They're, you're like a little molecular machine. And how these gears are operated is by signals, and the structure of each gear determines how it interacts with its environment. And so there are different types of signals that he notices, and it's like you get hormones. That's physical. That's like a chemical, physical touch signal, right? And in order to do that, the body sprays these hormones or chemicals out throughout your bloodstream, and it's kind of through the process of diffusion and osmosis and like just kind of randomly bouncing around that this signal will be received. So it's extremely inefficient method of transmitting information, because you literally have to have the hormone or whatever it is, the chemical signal, actually physically touch the protein for it to, get in the receptor and then cause the chain reaction for it to do whatever function it does. And then he gets into how there's other signals, right? There's sound, there's light, there's emotion. And what he comes to is seeing how basically we are not at effect to our genes and our genetic expression. Rather, we have epigenetic control. Epi is like above. So we have control above the genes, that he says, and it's in alignment with many, spiritual teachings and things like that, which is, love yourself, be in a good mood, foster those good feelings, because literally when you're in a better mood, when you're feeling those feelings of love, and happiness, contentment, relief, relaxation, etc., the vibrational frequency, if you look at your double helix, of your DNA strand, the waveform of your mood, so to speak, if it's lower, it's actually intersecting with less of your genome, and so you're getting less genetic expression. And the genes are more like a kind of like a hard drive, like they're a blueprint to build the proteins that run your machine. So if the blueprint is turned off, then you won't be able to create more of that protein to replenish yourself. So when it's getting depleted, then it's not getting replenished, and that's where you get all kinds of health issues. And so when you're in a better state of mind, when you're in a better mood, and you're basically channeling a higher frequency of vibrations through your body, with your emotions and stuff like that, then you are basically turning on and activating more blueprints in your genetic sequence, that's going to allow you to replenish and revitalize yourself and express yourself, right? So it's not only in like, your feeling of expressing yourself, like through dance or music or whatever it is, or speaking, your voice or anything like that, but literally how you feel is affecting your genetic expression, and how your body is able to repair and regenerate itself physically. This is going on a little bit long, so I think I will continue this again tomorrow. Stay tuned.